St. John's is St. John's. Tremendous pedigree, tremendous history. In my eyes, the best coach in college soccer, a guy I really look up to. The funny thing is I think there's a lot of parallels with how we do things as far as the sum of our parts are greater than the parts themselves. Very well-prepared programs and guys who really play together and share the ball and a good camaraderie and collective approach from both teams. Everybody says, oh, what about their start? What about this? Well, they're 2-0-2 in their last four. Some solid results, scoring goals and not allowing goals. And I think the biggest thing with St. John's, you have to earn everything you get against them. It's always a tough game because, they're not going to give you a lot. Not a lot's going to surprise them. And I think with their level of pressure and fitness, I think you got to outlast them a little bit and you got to stay in the game and certainly a tough opponent. Having said that, we're coming into form as well. We've had a good last 7 or 8 games here, and we played well on Tuesday and won. We had been winning games and capable of playing better soccer, but we're manufacturing goals, we're manufacturing shutouts, we're really sharing the scoring load and really having different people step up, and our depth has shown a little bit. And, I told the guys you can either reset to 0-0 being the start of the Big East, or you can say it's a continuation of some of the momentum and rhythm we have, and I'd like to look at it that way. But obviously at 7:05, it's going to feel a little different being a conference game. One thing I did is I went back to some teams I've been a part of in Boston and at Northwestern, and really looked and said, what game did that team get it together in? And I was surprised to find out that sometimes it was the 8th game, sometimes it was the 11th or 12th game. In our case last year, it took till the 13th game, and then we won 6 games in a row. So I think it was a work in progress. We knew that. Each of our 3 captains had been injured in preseason, so it was tough to get some continuity and get some leadership. And I thought some guys were chasing the fitness component because they had been out. And I'll be honest, these guys go home for the summer. You lose them for 3 months, and everything you go over, it's almost like being a teacher. You have to kind of reset and remind them of, especially on the defensive end. And our recipe's always been if we don't allow goals and we're committed to the defensive side, we'll have success. And ironically, since the Wisconsin debacle, we've been very good on the defensive side. And I'd like to think our rhythm and our offense is coming along in a work in progress, but I think the biggest thing is our ability to buy into the recipe and to not allow goals. And I think the personality and hierarchy of this team has taken place as well. So knowing what your team needs as a coach, knowing what to give them, and kind of knowing who they are and how to shape the clay and whose role is what. I think that's always a work in progress with most teams unless you have a veteran team. And I think sometimes it takes longer than you think. But I'm pretty happy with where we've been at the last 4 or 5 games. The irony of that is when the preseason poll came out, I actually thought it was accurate. I thought where we were as far as how we were training, who we had back, and our performance level was probably accurate or maybe even generous. And I don't know if too much has changed as far as the top 3. I think it's a top-heavy conference. But I did tell someone the other day, I think from maybe spot 3 to 5 or spot 4 to 6, we're certainly capable of that. And I think what people got to remember is on that one night for those 2 hours, for those 90 minutes, this is what I call a lot of college soccer moments during the years. And this year is an example of tremendous parity nationally, and I think you'll see some of that in the conference. So, I think we are kind of right where we'd want to be. I'm very happy with where we're at, but obviously the measuring stick and the demands and, kind of who you're going up against has changed. And I think we'll find out more in the next 12 days as far as how we measure nationally and how the conference starts to pan out.